hybrid procedure where we did a small incision on the medial aspect of our first metatarsal and performed a Alston procedure with a 1K wire fixation, and then we did the Akin procedure on our toe, minimally invasive. So this is what we call kind of a hybrid procedure. And if you get a look, you can still see some of the scarring here. Come on this side, right here. You can see this is where we made our incision, approximately 2 centimeters, and this is where we performed the Akin. This scar will fade out. One of the advantages of doing minimally invasive surgery, you don't have any scarring. When you do an open procedure, you do get some scarring. But one of the biggest questions we have regarding whether minimally invasive surgery is better or worse than traditional surgery is how do the patients actually do. That's what's important. Are the patients happy with their surgeries, and subjectively they feel good about it. So one of the things we do measure things and ask patients questions. Like for this patient here, we're at 6 months from your surgery. From 1 to 10, before you had your surgery, what was your pain level from 1 to 10 on a daily basis?
About 8 or 9.
8 or 9. So she said that her pain level was about 8 or 9. This is what we call the VAS score, visual analog scale. And we have a little thing they can look at too. So now, her pain was about 8 or 9 before the surgery. What is it now 6 months later?
No pain at all.
No pain at all. So she has 0 pain now. So the question is, which is better? Is minimally invasive surgery better? Is open procedures better? And the research is showing they're the same. There is no difference whatsoever. So if a guy does a really nice open procedure and does it really well, or woman, it actually does as well as minimally invasive surgery. They're the same. Now, minimally invasive surgery sometimes has better VAS scores in the early parts of the recovery, but there's no difference in how people do and what they subjectively and objectively we find on x-rays. So if one of the things we go by, this is called the metatarsal interphalangeal scale, and we use this sometime to give us some information about how the patients are really doing. This is something we go by, gives us subjective and also objective findings. We asked the patient what their pain is before the surgery. Her pain was moderate daily, so it gives her a 20. She had to limit her daily recreation, so it gave her a +4. And she had to wear comfortable shoes, which she still has to now, by the way. She had normal range of motion before the surgery. No restrictions here. Definitely was unstable in her first metatarsal phalangeal joint. No callus, but poor symptomatic malalignment. So that gave her a total of 49 for our AFAS score. So now, 6 months later, our score is much, much better. We asked her about her daily pain. She said, "What is your daily pain?" "None." She said, "None." She has no limitations. She still has to wear comfortable shoes. Sometimes people can't go back into fashionable shoes, even at 6 months. So she probably prefers to wear that anyway. She has normal range of motion. Matter of fact, her range of motion is 95. Fairly good. No restriction IPJ, stable joint here, no callus, good hallux, well aligned. So we get 95. So we went from a preoperative number of 49 to 95. And this gives us numbers that we can kind of show. Range of motion is extremely important with people. And basically what we do is try to get right at the metatarsal phalangeal joint. And we're going to show how much we got dorsiflexion wise. So I'm going to go dorsiflexion here. Got a good range of motion here. So we're up to about, up to over about 55 or so. And she's still moving. So that's pretty good there. Her range of motion is actually around 70 dorsiflexion, which is, she's kind of a flexible person anyway. So now, do our plantar flexion. Plantar flexion, same way. See, her plantar flexion is, let me keep that IPJ joint straight. And we're up to about 25. This is not exact measurements, by the way. But anyway, got good range of motion. You can kind of see. So we measured this at about 90 with the range of motion. So good range of motion, no pain, no instability. Very good. She just told me when we're talking about what kind of shoes she could wear, she was saying that she can only wear comfortable shoes, and that was only because she's got a bunion on this side. She said she could wear a dress shoe for this side, so that actually makes her score pretty high, probably 100. So basically this is what we do. We need to kind of quantify what our results are and not just say, well, I like this surgery better than that surgery. So far from what I've been able to do, and I'm looking at this to try to answer this question, what is the difference between minimally invasive surgery and the bunion and the traditional? Zero. There's no difference. At 6 months, patients are the same, as long as the procedure is done well and you don't cause contraction of the joint or anything like that when you open the procedure up. So if you're wanting to get into minimally invasive surgery to get better in bunion surgery, and you're going to probably be disappointed. There's a lot of other things that you can do with minimally invasive surgery where it's really, really better than traditional surgery. But bunions is not one of them.